What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz. It's a Saturday. Get your weekend freaking on. Oh, boy. Saturday, August 19th, 2023. 2 more weeks. One more Saturday to go. We got to suffer through one more freaking Saturday. We can do it. We're going to do it together. That's what she said. All right. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. I don't have any good Saturday songs that I haven't used. I could do Saturday in the Park from Chicago. Saturday in the Park. I think it was the 4th of July. It's August 19th now. Anyway, let's talk running backs. Tony Alford's room. Tony takes no shit. That's for sure. Get these ads off my damn screen so I can see shit. Why does Ohio State's website have ads? Weird. Anyways, so we're grinding through. We're getting there. Less than 14 days. We can do it. Running backs. This is our fall camp focus. We're going around the horn here, hitting every position group, getting you updated, getting you ready. So let's start off with last year's snap counts. Team up. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm going to give you last year's snap counts for each of the 4 running backs. Evan obviously didn't play. Then I'm going to give you their snap counts against Team Up North game and the Georgia game. Here we go. Mayan had 291 snaps total, 21 against Team Up North, 5 against Georgia. Treyveyon had 281 total, did not play against Team Up North or Georgia. Dallin, 214 total, 11 against Team Up North, 33 against Georgia. Chipper, 43 total, 34 against Team Up North, 6 against Georgia. Pardon me, miss. All right. So Tony Alford's chore, his number one objective in this fall camp is finding enough work for all 5 running backs. You got to add Evan Pryor into the mix. He's back 100% healthy. So Alford reiterated last week that this is the deepest room he's ever coached, ever. So the upside for the Buckeyes is that they can endure, a guy being out for a week or 2, or if another guy goes down for a season, they can wade through that, as long as they don't have multiple guys go out for, half the season or for full season injuries, So we know Mayan was sidelined early in fall camp for undisclosed reasons. We're waiting for an update from Ryan Day to see what the latest is on him. This is why the depth is good. This is a perfect example why you need as many running backs as you can get. Alford said, quote, "It's great to have depth. Everybody wants depth. Everybody talks about having depth and how that gets dispersed. We'll figure that out as we go, but it's good to have good players and proven players. That's key." Another P word, proven. How we manage and how we get guys on the field, that'll play itself out. So Treyveyon, let's start off with Treyveyon. We're expecting big things here from Trey. He's setting the tone this offseason for the Buckeyes. He's in a deep room. He knows that, but you have to embrace the competition, right? He's a third year back. You believe that? This is his 3rd year. Seems like it. Time just flies by. So he leads the group with 290 career carries, but he's taken more of a positive approach this year, kind of changing his mentality and stuff. He said, quote, "You just got to compete. When I committed here, I knew what I was going to get myself into. That's why I chose Ohio State, because they bring in the best players every year. I'm just trying to compete and get better. Having that depth in the room, that pushes me harder. You can't get complacent." Exactly. The room is hoping to turn an intense competition from camp into production on the field in games. So competition in camp breeds production on the field. So Trey missed time last year with that nagging foot injury. He admitted he didn't always handle it right. There were rumors of him transferring in the offseason. He took all the Ohio State stuff off of his social media profiles at one point. So was not in a good headspace, and it was mostly an issue between him and the coaches. And this is a perfect example also of Ohio State not sharing injury info with the reporters and the public, and how it can turn ugly. If he would have just come out and said what the issue was with Trey would not have gotten blasted all over social media and people coming at him asking him what his problem is and stuff. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. So Trey's taken on more of a leadership role, which you expect in a third-year guy. So he's showing up for the younger players. He said, quote, just trying to be a leader, definitely during spring ball when I was watching those guys. I encouraged those guys and tried to be there for them. So Henderson worked on his leadership during his rehab when he couldn't be on the field. He was more confident. He's more confident and mature this year. When he was home over the summer in Virginia, he was on the track working out to help get his speed and acceleration back. He has I believe, an Olympic track coach, sprint coach that he worked with down in Virginia. But he said, quote, coming off of surgery, you're not just going to get that back. I had to earn those tools back, and I felt like I did. So big things for Trey this year, and he sounds like he's mentally in a great place and physically too. So Evan Pryor, let's talk about him. We haven't talked about him much at all. He deserves some attention. Again, he's also in his third year. He ran in practice last week. He ran the same wheel route that he got injured on over a year and a half ago. Pryor said Coach Alford, quote, Coach Alford knew it before I did. I need stuff like that. I need to get knocked to the ground. I need to run the same play I got hurt on. I'm just trying to put it behind me. So sounds like he's getting there. Maybe just more confidence is building here. So Pryor was cleared after spring ball. He had a full summer. They kept him out of workouts, I believe, in spring entirely. So he's had a full summer of workouts, and no restrictions in the team workouts or fall camp. And he's feeling more confident. Pryor said, quote, it's not just so much the injury, it's more of the mindset. I can tell you my first day going out there, I was scared, watching every step you take and thinking a lot. Going out there on day 2, I felt more comfortable. So it's just a mental thing you got to get through, especially when it's a leg injury, for a running back. But Pryor, his speed and burst, has the speed and burst that make him a real weapon for the Buckeye offense. There were plans to involve him last year, but didn't pan out. He feels he's a threat to score every time he touches the ball. And that pass catching ability we've talked about that Pryor owns is very enticing, and the Buckeyes look to utilize that as well. Alford isn't rushing Pryor back into the mix. He said, quote, there's going to be a transitional period of getting him back into it, which has been good. He's chomping at the bit to get more reps, and we're kind of peeling that back a little bit, letting him know that he's going to get his, just not all at once. So it's good to see that he's hungry and ready to get at it. Pryor wants to remind people who he is. He said, quote, I don't think it went anywhere. I just hurt my knee, but I've been trusting it. I've been full speed so that when this time came, I'd be ready. So worked hard with his rehab, and let's hope that he stays healthy and gets through this fall camp, and we see some good things this fall. Tony Alford's approach on the playing time, we talked about he's going to let it play out, but so he needs to make sure that the right players are getting the snaps necessary to maximize the offense, right? It's not about just throwing anybody in there on any given play. They all have different strengths and weaknesses, right? So, but Alford is confident in all 5. That's important. And his approach, he said, quote, I think when you get what you earn, and in my eyes, they've earned an opportunity to show themselves and get reps. You earn it every single day with how you walk into this building and how you carry yourself outside the building, and how attentive you are in meetings, how intentional you are about every single rep, because every single rep matters. So Alford will find a way to get all 5 running backs into the game at some point. He'll have to play all the depth in this room eventually. They're all going to get snaps. Alford said, quote, they see that. They don't have to say that. They know that everyone is going to have an opportunity. The key component is whether your opportunity comes exactly when you want it. But if you just stay the course, you'll get what's coming your way. Keep being the best version of yourself every day. And when your time comes, you'll be ready to go. So we know Trey and mine are going to lead the way in snaps, but Chip and Dallin are going to get theirs. And don't forget about Evan. It's going to be very interesting to see how they utilize Evan Pryor and his speed and pass catching ability out of the backfield. So that's all I got for you today. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Don't forget, Sunday night, YouTube Live, me, Jeff, and Sean, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hit the bell, everything. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.